Hey there, I'm Mike, and today we're going to be talking about adjusting pressures on load-sense piston pump systems. In order to do this, you're going to need a 6mm hex key, 17mm wrench, 5000 psi gauge, and the correct fittings and wrenches for installing your specific gauge. The steps in this video will apply to these Elliott models. Before we get started, make sure you read, understand, and obey manufacturer's instructions and safety rules, your employer's safety rules and worksite regulations, and all applicable governmental regulations. You also ought to make sure you have the appropriate tools, lifting equipment, and a suitable workshop. Finally, feel free to pause this video at any time to make sure you're doing each step safely and correctly. The first thing you're going to do is make sure the standby pressure is correct. Standby pressure can be monitored using the pressure gauge in the console when no functions are active. When you do this, make sure the oil is warm and the engine is on high speed. You can find the standby pressure setting in the unit's manual under Specifications. Now, if standby pressure needs to be adjusted, locate the pump's compensator. Then, using a 6mm hex key to first hold the adjustment screw, loosen the jam nut with the 17mm wrench. Make sure you only loosen the jam nut as much as required. Next, hold the jam nut in place and adjust the standby pressure by turning the adjustment screw clockwise to increase or counterclockwise to decrease until the desired pressure is reached. Please refer to the operator's manual for pressure setting. Once standby pressure is adjusted, hold the adjustment screw and tighten the jam nut to 15 foot-pounds. After you've ensured standby pressure is correct with warm oil and engine on high speed, check the main system pressure. This can be done by plumbing a gauge into the load sense port, which is marked LS, provided on the outrigger manifold. Then you will need to put the pump in high pressure standby state. This can be done by capping the winch lines and activating the winch lever full throw, or by pulling out the red plunger on the pressure reducing manifold if so equipped. You can find the max system pressure setting in the unit's manual or on the unit's data plate. If the unit system pressure needs adjusting, find the pump's compensator. Then, use the 6mm hex key to hold the adjustment screw, and then loosen the jam nut with the 17mm wrench. Now, hold the jam nut in place and adjust the system pressure by turning the adjustment screw clockwise to increase or counterclockwise to decrease until the desired pressure is reached. After system pressure is adjusted, hold the adjustment screw and tighten the jam nut to 15 foot-pounds. Finally, when the system pressure is adjusted, you may remove the gauge from the outrigger valve. You should be all good to go now that the valve pressures have been adjusted. If you need more help, don't hesitate to reach out to one of our service techs at 531-772-0829. And make sure you check out all of our other technical support videos at elliotttequip.com.